what's up? What's up? Let me see if I can find the damn window. There we go. Greetings, everyone. What's up, Cody? Rain clouds apparently followed while I was gone. Thank you very much for that. That's appreciated. So yeah, we're back with some more Batman and Robin. Against my better judgment, I kind of got caught up, like in the game last time, and instead of just realizing then and there that this game is dumb and impossible, I for some reason felt that I want to keep going. So here we are. Let me see if I can boot up the game too. That might help. So we actually making heavy use of save states and other shenanigans. We finally we were finally able to defeat Mr. Freeze at the end of day 1. And we're now moving on to day 2, where Poison Ivy and Bane are like the main threat, the main bad guys. So during day 1, the mission kind of is to intercept these diamond heists so you can stop Mr. Freeze and his thugs from stealing the diamonds that he needs for his suit. I'm not really sure what the mission is on day 2. I skimmed through the guide that I have a little bit, and I guess the first mission at the police headquarters is like you're trying to stop Bane and Ivy from destroying the bat signal, which somehow, like depending on your performance there, gives you more or less time to complete the second mission, which I guess is their breakout of Mr. Freeze from Arkham Asylum. But this game is not great at communicating exactly how things work, and neither is this walkthrough that I'm using, or guide, or whatever. So, to the best of my, ability to figure shit out, the guide does provide us with a list of places to go to. The order of them ended up not being quite accurate for our playthrough on day 1, but maybe day 2 is different. Who the hell knows? All I know is that we're going to start off day 2 by going to the police headquarters. Maybe stop along the way if we find any clues. But otherwise going there and try to stop Ivy and Bane. And from there, I guess it's over to Arkham Asylum. We're just going to try to do these missions and see if we can survive our way through. So on the first day, for each of the robberies, depending on if/when you stop them, either the villain walks away with diamonds, or you collect the diamonds and stop them. But it seems that no matter the result, you still end up fighting Mr. Freeze. What's up, Macaw? And if you recall, if you were watching yesterday, Mr. Freeze did have that like armored life bar. If you see on the UI, like the top right would be the enemy's life bar. And he had this like a second bar underneath it that was like half full, that it seemed to be some sort of armor bar. So maybe, this is just conjecture on my part, but maybe depending on how many robberies you stop,
tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming.
Maybe it's that, if the more diamonds you let Mr. Freeze get, the more armor bar he has at that boss fight. Because once you make it to day 2, like all of the clues are gone, like everything seems to kind of reset. So maybe there's a similar thing on day 2 where the boss fight at the end of the day is somehow affected by your performance. I have no idea, but let's see if we can find out, I guess. I guess we can't skip these. Wait for this. It's a weird thing I've noticed in a lot of like PS1 games, where if you let the game idle for like 2 seconds on the main menu, it'll kickstart one of these demos or whatever. It's so weird. They're in a real hurry. Anyway, day 2. There we go. Oh, timer. Hey. Remembered. So we're gonna want to mark the police HQ. In fact, we noticed at some point yesterday that it was like blinking on the map, but it's not doing that now, not yet, so I don't know. If we managed to somehow collect some clue that indicated that that's where we were going, because we didn't really know at the time. But we'll go there and try our luck, I guess. Let's see if I remember the damn controls. Okay, we're good on life and energy. L2 to R2 to activate like running. The amount of time spent on this game is equal to like most of the 2D games. Yeah, this is the longest we've spent on any one game. But hey, chalk it up to like save features and stuff. Because we actually can sort of keep playing and inch our way forward through it. I mean, if I had to play all the games to completion, there are definitely games that I would have been stuck on for much longer. But this game actually, like I said, it lets us kind of make some sort of progress, or at least gives the illusion, nope, that maybe we're making progress, although we don't exactly know, so we better keep playing so we can find out. But I mean, compared to most games we've played, it also is a fairly large and, you know, ambitious game. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I guess we got dudes in the back, yeah. I like shooting. Oh yeah, I can. I guess if you use the rear view, you can like shoot backwards. Drop a mine or something. But I'd rather just save my energy for refilling my HP. Or the car's HP, rather. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot. You should also pay attention to, like, bookstores. These shops are... Oh, hey, what a coincidence. The bookworms shops... Fuck. I was in inspector mode, so... I used the gadget.
Anatomically correct rubber suit.
Cody! Thank you very much for that sub. That is highly appreciated. Very generous of you. Right, so I was in detective mode, so I accidentally used a bunch of gadgets instead of punching. But yeah, all bookworms shops that have... where the light is on, you can break in and find a clue. Which I don't really get. It doesn't seem like a very Batman thing to do, but... if it helps us, I'll take it. But the graphics are so kind of grungy that it's honestly hard to tell sort of one storefront from another. Alright, alright. And I also don't exactly know the... wait, actually... Ah, I should have just backed up. Turning around here. Alright, so you see the light is off here, so there's nothing in there. Bodhi with the 9 months. Pretty impressive, by the way. Oh, just another walk in. Let's go this way, I guess. I wish there was like some way of turning sideways in the car to check. But there's not. So you have to like to see whether this is fight mode. This controls health. Okay, I guess not all of them have clues. Interesting. Detective mode. There we go. Oh yeah, team up. I don't know if it's gonna be like worth stopping at every one of these, but guess there's nothing here at all. Or is the camera just bad enough to hide it? No, I guess. Alright, fuck it. We're not making any more stops. Oh! Where's the car? There we go. I don't know, it's kind of funny. Like it's really hot here now because of summer. But I can't help feeling that, like, it's just my exhaustion of trying to fucking turn around a corner or something that's just making me feel exhausted and sweaty. And Alright, anyway. That's enough of my conundrums. Let's, alright, some long stretch here. Not what that guy's up to, but... Right. Crime scene of some sort. Excellent. Thank you for that. Just drive up, just explosions happening. Okay, the map looks just like a fucking soup of some sort up ahead, so I don't know. Ooh, let's heal up. Heal up again, and let's pick up that energy thing. What the? There we go. Let's look at the map. Oh yeah, right. Pick up the camera. I don't know what the hell that's for. I'm not blinking here, but okay. So just straight ahead and take the right when I have to. All right, simple enough. Wait, what the fuck? Why is this highlighted? Did I accidentally do that just now, or? Does the game want me to? Okay. Let's go to the bad computer console. Indulge the game if we can figure out how to get there. Was that inside? Yep, Jim's 24-hour store. Let's see. Fingerprint sheet. Her tattoo on right hip. Loitering with intent. Indecent exposure. Okay. Use this to take snapshots of billboards or posters in Gotham City. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to be good for, but... Okay. No idea how that helps. But let's go to the police headquarters, I guess. Sure would be convenient if he had a bad computer in his car. But, I guess he has to go to these public bad computer terminals. Alright, turn around here some. Oh boy. Okay, well, we're at full car health anyway, so. Let's just keep going and make a right when. Ooh, hang on, it's just a clue. Just chilling. Pick that up. Thank you very much. Got this. Oh, you get just stuck to the walls. Okay. There we go. Some energy. Oh, this game. Alright, we got some hoodlums. Golems, I guess. Okay, we're here. A whole bunch of clues, alright. Whew. How is it possible this looks worse than the Sega CD? Well, I would say a lack of like tailoring to the system's strengths and weaknesses. Okay, let's cheat it up here. Let's do a save state. Okay, so fighting mode. Oh yeah, and the good combo, right. There we go. Okay, inmates running the place. Is there another guy here? Nope, just a chair. Yeah, the camera is, yep, it's so good. Oh, okay. Wait, is that a door or something? Nope. Alright, that's the way down to the first room. That's great. Okay, I'll just stand here doing my kicks and hope that he runs into them. Maybe these file cabinets contain health or something. Oh, the camera! It sure is the thing. Alright, we got some authentic police chatter. Oh! This looks like an actual door. No? Maybe I was poorly aligned. Nope, nothing? Okay. Maybe we're early. Maybe we have to advance the time. Try that. Yeah, see now it's... Ah, the alarms. Yeah, you get used to those. What about this one? Okay. I need a key somewhere. How the fuck am I supposed to tell where that is? Oh! Sound like an area to explore. Oh, well. I didn't mean to go down there, but here we are. Fuck, I accidentally healed. Okay, maybe that's where getting up again. Well, there's some broom thugs. Obviously kicking Batman's ass, as they would. Janitor, inmates. Classically, Batman's weakness. Alright, we got a key. Can I? Let's see if we can get up again using those crates. I have a sneaking suspicion that we will not. Maybe we can break. Okay, no! Oh. Well, I'm not getting up there. Okay, let's... Okay, this door won't open. Do I have to use the key? Nope, doesn't seem like it. What the heck do I do? Okay, I'm gonna consult the guide. At the start of the level, you'll find a corridor with 3 rooms. Pickups enemies. Last room takes you outside into the bat light. You have to get to the roof and give Bane and... What? Okay, so it gives you instructions, but then it gives you the instructions for how to get... Like, this guide is horribly written. Okay, let me just read out loud what it says. The last room takes you outside and to the bat light. You have to get to the roof and give Bane and Ivy a good smacking before they destroy the bat light. But that's not what happens. That's just like the goal of the stage. Because the next sentence says, when you get onto the balcony after beating the broom men in the 3 rooms, you'll find a door on the far left. You'll need to find a key to open the door. Using the do action at the door, you'll be shown the key's location. So that's what we did. That's the door we found, and we have to find the key. When you get the key, you need to return to the balcony. Either use the jet boots or smash the glass wall opposite the locked door. Dude, are we supposed to be able to smash it? Okay, never mind. I guess we could just use the jet boots. Franken, what's up? Okay, so you are, I guess, supposed to be able to destroy this wall. Oh yeah. How about that? Okay, it opens. The guy didn't mention that though, so I guess that's not important. Okay, it still seems impossible to get up. Let's use a rocket shoe. There we go. Let's disable these just in case. Oh. Let's actually do... Batarangs, I won't hurt myself. Oh, hello. Let's see what this does. Is this another light switch? It's something switch. Okay, are we? Okay, yeah. Hey, I see Bane. And I hear Ivy. Oh, the camera. Okay. I can't do anything. I guess her thing made it so that I couldn't attack. I don't know. I switched back to detective mode to give myself the healing thing, and that didn't work. So yeah, this is the game over sequence for day 2. And yeah, in case you didn't watch before, you only have 1 life in this game, so... If you get generated by an enemy, then that's it. Get some romantic saxophones, because why not? And then it's like, Batgirl looks like she's about to break free. But...
Tonight's forecast.
Nope, just game over. Alright, let's load our save here. Because now we kind of know, actually, what to do. Combat in this game is quite something. Breaking these things didn't seem to have much of an impact on anything. I want to say I got... Okay, there's health. Oh, I'm at full health anyway. Because actually punching is like almost more effective against these guys, because... interrupt whatever they're doing. Well, I guess almost. Fuck. So that's like half health just gone like that. That's cool. Oh, shit. Energy. Okay, I guess it is worth punching these things. And, oh yeah, we have to... advance time. So now the bars are gone and we can punch the door out. Do I have to actually activate this to see the key, or for the key to spawn or something? Okay. Try that again. Ah, the controls. All right. Like, you can't see which way he's facing, making it awkward as all hell. Whew. Ooh, I don't know where that came from. Sorry about that. All right. More gadgets, rocket boots. Nice. We got the key. Ooh, I'm like... Alright, I guess we'll use this as a guide. We can't climb this thing. But, whatever. We'll... Got 7 of these. I think we're good. More dudes in here. Wait, what? Did he run past me outside? What the hell just happened? Well, it didn't generate me quite as bad. Oh, hello. I didn't notice this switch last time, I guess. I think it's basically just showing me stuff. Oh, I saw the switch there. Okay, this one just does nothing. Or... Nope. Okay. Fucking switches. This game is... confusing. Let's make a save here. So that thing on the left opened up. Alright, so I see like invincible or something. Oh, he's pretty strong though. So I have to like... hit him out of his flexing. Fighting this game is it's something, alright. No, roll! Roll! Oh, do the damage! Like... it's like 80% in one hit. Whoops! Alright. Fuck. I thought I had a weapon equipped, but I had the fucking rocket boots. And I wasted like 2 of them. Like auto aiming quite a bit there against her. The fuck? Just did I? Is he laying there? Yep. That's not where I'm aiming. Oh, right, I don't have energy. Oh, you can hit guys that they're down. I kind of forgot about that. Let's see if we just somehow manage to do this. What happens? Nope, he punched. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh boy. I guess we can save here. That's the door I opened, right? Hang on, let me just... Bunch of health there. Which I guess would be good. I can just... treat here. As I'm fighting Bane. The platforming in this game sure is something. Wait, hang on. If can I go up here and glide? No. Is that where I came from? Maybe. Oh, nice. I wasted all my boots. Maybe this is where you go later. Oh yeah, and I don't have any rocket boots left. Right. Oh no, she's over there. Okay. Well, let's see if... sure. Nice, I blew myself up. Like, really hard to charge it just the right amount of time. You easily overshoot it. Does it do any damage? Guess not. Collision seems... everything seems fucking weird. I keep knocking Bane over, but I guess it doesn't take damage. Now I'm out of those. What about the tear gas bomb? Can I like stun them or something? Oh, whoa! They actually take a shit ton of damage. Getting fucking generated. Or she is anyway. I don't know about Bane. We don't see his health. There's one more. No. Well, this isn't tedious or anything. Okay. Well, I got this thing. Now I've got like armor. But I guess I wasn't able to stop them from destroying the bat light. Oh, cool. The armor's draining. Let me consult the map or the guide. Let's see what it says. When you get to the roof, you'll be attacked by a load of enemies, preventing you to getting Bane and Ivy. Kill off the broommen to get to the duo. If you manage to beat Bane and Ivy, then you'll have saved the Batlight and the break-in time will not be reduced. But I guess I didn't do that. That's the end. So I guess I'm leaving now. So I guess I'm supposed to go to Arkham Asylum now. Game is confusing as all hell. Speaking of hell, Hell's Angels, what's up? There was something over there, and I missed it. Beautiful. Okay, well. So much for that armor. Nice. Okay, sick. I'm just getting generated. Cool. Like, these guys killing me faster than Bane, pretty much. Well, there's health here, so. So we basically screwed up, but like, what the hell is the strat to defeat Bane then? Because he sure seemed to take a beating. This the exit. That's the exit. Okay. Yeah. Police station invasion. Bat signal. Well, it wasn't exactly stolen, but. Let's see. Let's consult a map. Wait. Knuckle duster? Alright. I guess that's probably increased damage. I would hope so. Nice noise. So, it's highlighting the Bat Cave. But I'm pretty sure we're going to Arkham Asylum. However, let's stop by Bat Computer Console. Yeah, we can do this one. Actually, let's grab the closest one. Oh, that's also. Oh, okay. Well, that's convenient. So we can just analyze the clues we collected. So Cancun, what's up? Thank you very much for that host. Oh, I'm not even close. Welcome, welcome. Maybe we'll have some information that somehow is telling us something else than what we know from the guide, which is not much. Okay, so we have a bit of a map. So we should be able to compare. Box. Okay. Nothing else to enhance. Fingerprint. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. So you collect this from the. That's the thing. We saw this last time too. There's a bunch of new mechanics, I guess, like introduced on day 2. Police files. Half a photo. Obviously incomplete. Yes, great analysis. Isn't this? Yeah, this is the photo from day 1. Pre-freeze Arnold. Well, we kept making progress, so I couldn't help but just keep playing. So this is supposed to let us... Maybe doing this is what highlights. Nope. Double check so nothing else is like blinking on the map. Well, whatever. Then we combine this with this. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess we might as well save. We're using save states now, but just in case. So Arkham Asylum apparently is a stage that like there's these security doors and you have to like take the correct route, or it's kind of a maze thing where if you make the wrong turn you get locked out and you have to start over, which sounds absolutely delightful. But apparently there's some sort of trick to it, so I'll look at the guide again when we get there. So again, it would seem that sort of the final boss fight of each stage is sort of inevitable. Nope. Good. And stuff you do in up until that, and collecting clues and stopping robberies and whatever, it's more this is fucking chaos. It's more about giving yourself a better... Oh yeah, maybe we should shoot those things. Like getting to boss fights with them having less health or having more time to do this and that. So maybe we'll just be able to keep pushing through. The thing is though, with day 3, on day 3 there's apparently a bunch of gadgets or whatever, clues, items that are mandatory to collect. Whoops, not yet. And I've only been told that you have to collect them. I have not been told what happens if you don't, when it happens, like if and or when you even know that you've messed up something. Okay, these include sometimes, but not this time, I guess. Like basically, what are the odds of us making it to the final boss and the game just being unwinnable without in any way communicating that that's the case? I feel like the odds of that happening are fairly high given this game's failure to communicate pretty much any other aspect of how it works or what it expects from the player. So I'm a little concerned about that, to be honest. Then again, partially based on that, partially based on just the game in general, I really had not expected to, like, making it to day 3, much less the final boss fight. It's not something I'd really taken into consideration as a likely scenario. But we'll see. First of all, we just gotta know, I mean, we got to find out if we're even meant to go to Arkham right now. But, I mean, for all I know, there's something completely different that you have to do. And if we find ourselves in that spot, just like not being able to figure out what we're actually even supposed to do, or where we're supposed to go next. I mean, that doesn't seem too unlikely. Oh, try to walk inside. Oh. Okay, these things just don't have stuff in them anymore, I guess. Maybe not the best way, but we'll make it there. Nice. Oh, crap. Tumblers and golems and deviants and whatever else on the street. Quite the drive. Somehow I'm reminded of the Terminator 2 game with the annoying driving stages between the real stages. I feel like they do feel perhaps more of a purpose here, with the game being this sort of open kind of thing where there's an element of seemingly an element of randomness in terms of, at least like on day one, which order the different stores are being attacked and stuff. Which is a pretty clever idea, like having a map that's open enough that you can have stuff play out in a different order, like randomized on each playthrough. One of many, many, many ideas in this game that is not at all a bad idea. Just not something that makes this particular game any better. Like, a more linear approach would make this game easier and more straightforward. And I struggle to see that being something negative. Alright, I picked up something. Dude, where's Arkham Asylum in a fucking maze? It looks like we're getting there. Ah! Smash into the gate. That's pretty cool. Oh, dude. Okay. This game really loves just having the camera cut to some random room and show stuff that you have no idea what it even is or where it is, as if it's going to help you in any way whatsoever. Ugh, get rid of this shirt. It's too hot. Ooh, okay. Let's see what the guy has to say. As you enter, you'll discover that Arkham is just a maze of hallways. Delightful. To get to the halls, you must take the correct route or the security barriers will drop down. If this happens, you can only return to the start of the level where there's a cog and chain which can be used to reset the system. To find the right route to take... To find the right route to take, look at the floor and you should see a worn path, slightly different color. Follow this to get to the other side of the area. You can now reach the upstairs-downstairs puzzle. Ooh. Okay. You need to make your way along the upstairs path, watching out for the collapsing floors, otherwise you'll end up on the lower floor. Ah, collapsing floors. Favorite feature of this game. Um, Take your time to spot the collapsible floor so that you don't fall or jump at the last minute to get across. When you get through, you'll reach the inverted ziggurat. Climb the stairs, and you'll come across. Well, okay, let's take one thing at a time here. Let's see if we can make it to the upstairs, downstairs. Oh, right, fight mode. Oh, maybe I'm early. Let's see. Is there anything? Let's try to advance time. Can I save? Let's save here. Well, this sucks. I guess I'm not in the right place. Like, I can't see what these fucking textures are meant to be anyway, so I just have to press the interact button and hope for the best. So yeah, I can't advance time further, which means that something is happening somewhere. Okay. Let's see. So the different levels or whatever on day 2 are police headquarters, which we finished. Arkham Asylum, which was where we're at, but apparently not where we're meant to be. Ivy's lab. Gotham Water. Northern Yards. Southern Yards. Maybe these are different parts of Gotham. Yeah, I think. Okay, so these are different parts of Gotham Water. Underwater North. Okay, that looks good. That's swimming. Exactly what I've been missing in this game. Axis Chemical. Blossom Street Baths. Okay, so that seems to be the final stage. That's probably not what we're meant to be. Oh, why is this game so fucking obtuse? The only clue we found really was the word fox. And a map that like covered half the city. Let's take a look at the map. Can we do that from in here? We cannot. Okay, let's leave then. And look at the map and see. I don't think Ivy's lab is marked on the map, is it? Like, is there a place named that? I mean, I guess probably, but... Graveyard. Actually, no, I'm starting to remember that, Mike. Okay, so there's Axis Chemicals. Observatory, that's like the final thing, obviously. Also, Gotham City Square. West Side Station. There's the police HQ. Blossom Street. Okay, so that's the baths or whatever. Bits and Bytes, Ram World. Snowy Cones. Waterworks, okay. Arama. Glitterati. Shrink. Oh, there we go. Ivy's lab. Okay. Still pretty fucking far. I mean, I guess we can, because we're gonna be really late if we go there now. I guess load our save game. And drive to Ivy's lab instead and see if that's a thing.
Prepare for a bitter harvest. Winter has come at last.
Oh boy, this game. At least, I mean, there's something... I don't know what the word for is really, but there's a sense of relief in going in hard on this, knowing that not many games are going to be this obnoxious. We are at over here. Alright, oh, that's a lot closer. I think that's her lab. Maybe that's the waterworks by the river. So if that's... Okay, what... This smudge thing, is that the police headquarters? No, it looks like... This... I don't know, that piece of the map is... not helpful at all. Anyway, let's go to Ivy's lab and see if that's a thing. If Ivy's lab is not a thing, I would just have to keep guessing on where to go. That would be one of those things that tempt my patience. Tests my fucking goatee. God damn it. Pizza pasta over here. Locking me up. There's health inside there, I guess, but... Ah. Fucking map. Okay, let's take a left up here and hope this works better. Ah! Oh, that's not an ideal route either, but it'll have to do. Shit really is exploding all over the place. It kind of cracks me up. The wrong way, but went to go here. Order to take a left here. Okay, so another right through some park or something. Ah! I dropped a mine, but I guess they pretty much had already blown themselves up. Pretty much just straight on ahead. And I feel like there's a lot of these spooky parks in Gotham. Nice dude just getting beat up. Well, sorry buddy. hope this is the right path. Yikes, that noise. Okay, oh, it'll sort of work. Well, it'll get us there. Okay, forward and then another left. Ah! Then turn up left. It opens. Apparently, we get to fight zombies and spiders and shit on the stage. So I sort of hope that's not what we're meant to do. Let's fucking hedge maze. Okay, she has a lab in her lab. That's the thing, I guess. Oh, there we go. Oh, 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 no. My life bar is green. What's going on? I'm like really slow. Fuck do you fight these things? Oops. Can't get up here. Wait, I jumped on the gas thing and it... Okay. Okay, well, sure, I'll take it. Nope. Oh, right, I fucking hit it. As soon as you activate combat thing, you like automatically turn towards enemies, which is... I mean, I guess convenient when you want that to happen, but not terribly convenient when you don't want that to happen. Like when you want to just punch things on a table, for example. Or a window. The unpunchable windows, I guess. Oh, they climb in the ceiling too. Delightful. Ugh! I mean, to be fair, I'm not super horrified by these spiders, but... Like, look at the hell. Okay, let's activate Knuckle Dusters, I guess. Yeah, that does actually do a hell of a lot more damage. Gotta do low attacks to hit, I guess. Holy shit, these are annoying to fight. Jesus Christ. I mean, I still don't know that this is where I'm supposed to be. It's... I guess... stand on something and advance time? Well, the alarm wouldn't go off here, would it? So, I don't know. Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead somehow. No, I'm dead. Okay, I guess they were poisonous. Okay, so... That's not the place to go. We'll try one more place, I guess. See what it says here. Wait. You start off the level in the greenhouse. To get through the doors, just give him a kick in the corner where the lock is.
I really am to die for.
Okay. Let's just load up again and see. Are they talking about these pages or these things? Are these doors? Is there a lock in a corner? I'm giving everything a kick. These doors? I don't see any corners, or I mean, I see corners, but corner? Oh, they're like mushrooms. I just don't understand what anything in that guide is referring to. But nothing changed here when I advanced time either, which to me would suggest that this is not where I'm meant to be. Okay, so Gotham City Waterworks, Naxxus Chemicals are like the other two stages on day 2. So we'll try to go to one of those places, I guess. But
I really am to die
I'll
for.
say that I'm fairly. Actually, I was gonna say I'm fairly on the verge of giving up. One thing I can do is to watch the playthrough video. Actually, let's do that. Let's do this. Okay, give me a sec here. Game and that, and let's go and out these videos and see if we can learn anything from them. Because I'm also figuring that like if/when I give up, which is probably pretty soon, we should check out this video like of the rest of the game. Maybe not the whole thing, but some of it anyway. Okay, so there we go. So this is yeah, day 2. Keep finding those clues. Okay, so I'm gonna skip a little bit. Dude, I wonder what he started with. I don't know. He has the full bar of those energy cells. I guess audio is super low here. I'm turning up. Maybe it's not low. We'll see. So alright, PlayStation. Yep, he doesn't Stop to mess around. Open the door to find out about the key. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one struggling with the controls, at least. Okay. Key. This shit. Gets the clue. I'm just curious to see how he does this first of all, because that's the thing too. Like if he defeats Bane and Ivy, then I would assume that like that probably changed other stuff. So then at that point, this guide might even not even help me anyway. Well, they're inmates, I guess, but they look like janitors. They're also roaming free around the whole police station. I don't know what's going on, really. I guess Ivy and Bane staged some sort of jailbreak. I don't know. Okay, so it's making it out here, and now what? Seeing the dudes going in here. More dudes. He hasn't started fighting Ivy or Bane yet. You save them for last, basically. Okay, I wonder if he's doing something. I feel like it can't be that easy. It must be something like manipulating Bane into doing his running attack. I feel like he's doing more damage than I did too, which could be something that he's like leveled up his attributes. But it could also just be me misremembering, because he's not doing that much damage. It's just that he keeps landing every single hit, which I most definitely did not. Okay, so Bane's down. Well, I guess I wasn't too far off with the strat, but using the tear gas and then going in, I guess is more effective. But I couldn't really have done that while Bane was still around. Okay, well. Oh, okay, so I guess if you glide over there, you find that other room. Blue. It's hearkened to headquarters. Poison Ivy's plot impeded. Okay, so I guess the waterworks is the next stage. I didn't want that to be true, because I don't want to play that stage. I don't really want to play any stage, I guess. But okay, he goes there. This playthrough doesn't like bother analyzing clues or anything, so it doesn't. You don't really know what information you get from the game or what you're supposed to do. But let's go there, I guess. Man, I don't want to play this game. Like, how are you meant to figure this shit out? Is my question. This game is stupid. Anyway, let's go check out the waterworks, I guess. I was talking before about how there is that kind of, I don't know what to call it exactly, sense of pride. I don't know, not really, but like, oh shit, no game picture. Sorry. You're totally right. I'm asleep at the wheel here. You did not miss much. I probably should have taken a left there. No, I just had to mess around a bit when playing video. This area is pretty cool, but fuck, difficult to drive in. Nope. Okay. There, it would be great to have an option to just look 90 degrees left or right, but nope. Everything is a little too cramped. Okay, nope, that's not a street, I guess. Let's take a look at the map. Alright, so, okay, it's just straight ahead here. And then a right when the... Oh no. When the road ends. Which would be here. Another clue, just hanging around that we're probably not going to bother looking at. Okay, right and left. Oh, here. Ah! Okay, we're kind of on the wrong path, or on the right path rather. Ah! Okay, not here, I guess. Okay, I saw a door there. Is that the entrance? I thought I saw... Okay, never mind. Gotham City water, okay. Guess we can replace this because that didn't really lead where. Well, I can also save, not in the middle of a load screen. Uh, okay. Cool, I'm like already lost. The fuck? Okay, we're fighting zombies now. That's, remember that from the movie? Also, they look like fucking Swamp Thing or something. Oh boy. I guess we weren't meant to go here either. Oh, right. Were we? Let's take a quick look at that video again. He's struggling here too? Hey, sort of familiar. I'm not planning on finishing it because I don't think I could, and I'm actually right on the verge of giving up here. I'm watching a video right now of someone playing through it. We're still really early on day 2, but struggling to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to go. You have to like break in through. Let me read. The first camera will show you the main objectives on this level. Find Bane, who has the Venom component, then the Antidote component. I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. Actually, let's jump back. We might have skipped it. Stiller Carl, hi. Because the walkthrough I have doesn't sufficiently explain what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go. I'm watching a... No, it still doesn't have... a video of someone beating the game to try and help me figure out what you're supposed to do. Speed it up a little bit. Let's see if... There... Swimming. For what purpose exactly is quite unclear. Like in this video, we still haven't seen what the guide was talking about with the camera explaining objectives of the level. Okay, so this is... Okay. That's what the guide was talking about. But I advanced the time as far as I could, and that still didn't show up. Because that's usually what happens. Like, when you reach a certain time... That's what happened at the police station, for example. When we activate the... when we advanced the time, we saw the cutscene of them dealing with that thing on the ceiling. Or on the roof. Well, honestly, tell you what. I really don't want to play this game anymore anyway. We made it through day 1. I'm happy with that. I had hoped to be able to brute force my way a little further into day 2. But so far, my attempts have seemingly not worked. And I'm using the word seemingly because the game doesn't do much of a job of actually telling us whether we're succeeding or not. So I think at this point I'm very willing to just say fuck it and give up. And we'll watch some of this video to take a look at the rest of the game. And I'm sure it'll give us like ample display of stupid shit that we'll be glad not to have had to deal with, but also like I don't know, I'm thinking of stuff like the Mr. Freeze fight on day 1 that was just ridiculous. And I'm sure the boss fights aren't going to get any easier on day 2 and day 3. Oh, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call time there. I'm going to call time, and yeah, that's a few minutes of us not really playing, but that's fine, because, well, who gives a shit about the time anyway, I guess, especially when we didn't beat the game. I really need to take a short break. In fact, why don't we do this? I'm going to take a short break, and when I get back, we'll watch some video of the rest of this game. To get some closure, I guess. And then we're going to move on to the game after this, which I'm really not sure is going to be much better, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I'm getting exhausted here in this heat. I need to cool off a little bit. So I'll be right back in a couple of minutes for the end, I guess, of Batman and Robin. See you soon. There we go. Alright, I'm back. Refreshed. Well, somewhat. And alive, at least. So, this playthrough video, much like the game itself, is split up into 3 parts. And you can see there, each part is pretty lengthy. So the day 2 here is an hour 37. So, and then it's like another hour or so for the last day. So clearly we're not gonna watch through all of this in real time. Or we'll be here for, I don't know, all night. Let's see. After that, he goes to Ivy's lab. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. I should probably let me add a little thing here, just a little disclaimer. You know, I'm busy with this shit, so I totally missed. Did he explode those green doors? There we go. Oh yeah, the guide says too, like, if you get stuck in the hedge maze, just use the rocket shoes and cheat. Seems like good strat. There is an alarm in this stage too, huh? Why fucking swamp thing underneath there? I mean, it's pretty crazy. I was watching a little bit of this, not this part, but just of day 1 when he was doing some of those very maze-like stages, and seeing someone who like knows the game in and out run through these hallway mazes and seemingly knowing what they're doing, it's kind of impressive in a way. Although that was largely what made me realize that this game is going to be impossible. The fact that you have a written guide and a video playthrough, and you consult both, and you still don't like feel like you have any idea what you're supposed to do, not a good sign. Hey, Aquas, thanks. Yeah, I figured it was time for my bi-monthly let's not look like a caveman anymore grooming. I figured it was about time. Also, it's so damn hot that anything I can do to relieve some of that, it's gonna be an improvement in my quality of life. Ugh. Goes on forever. Well, in case you found the alarm noises too soothing, I guess there's this. What's even happening? Is this like a puzzle that he has to do, or is it just to get pickups? Alright, we got giant spiders again. More zombies. Chopping blades? How the fuck would you realize that you're supposed to break through that thing? It looks like any other wall, and you have to use an item and then punch the wall like 8 times, and then it breaks? That is ridiculous. I would never figure that out. This is fucking like Tower of Druaga level of obtuse bullshit. Yeah, it sure is. It's extremely cryptic. I mean, I thought day 1 was like bad enough, but that's cakewalk. I mean, I can recognize that texture now, having seen him break down a few of those walls. But just playing the game, to me, that doesn't really stand out as something that looks particularly destructible. Certainly not when, you know, the game doesn't really give any feedback. Even the doors that you can knock down usually look really flimsy. They're like half see-through, and as soon as you punch them, they start shaking and reacting. But it's weird how this game is so inconsistent with how to sort of display stuff that's breakable or interactable. I mean, playing back in the day, yeah, no hints or anything, but at the same time, at least, that's a great camera angle, by the way. I mean, I feel like part of what's making this so unbearable is... I mean, is the stuff that you're getting used to in more modern games. I mean, that's not to say that this game would have been great back in '98. But there definitely are games that I played in my childhood or in my youth that I had a lot more patience for back then than I would have now. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, or whatever you'd call it. What's up, Revenged? How's Mahjong treating you? We've given up on this game because it's impossible. But now we're skimming through a video playthrough just to kind of see the rest of it. And we've kind of already seen a few things that I feel like I would never have figured out. So most of the game is dancing and breaking doors. Yeah, kind of. There's also pressing switches, finding keys, driving. I don't know. Almost let you leave. Nice. Alright. Let's skip ahead a bit. So next up, Gotham City Square. Is that a thing? Or just somewhere he goes to fight deviants? Yeah, Batjong is classic. Yeah, I like how Batman literally goes out in the street and just assaults people who are different. Not a good look, Batman. Or he just goes to the Batcave, I guess. No? Oh. Did he realize he's in the wrong place or what? Ugh, nice. No, he's not the most well-adjusted person. That is true. Yeah, like the guy who knows how to beat the game is like, "What am I doing here?" I don't know. Okay. So Axis Chemicals, it is, I guess. Be a bit to drive there. That doesn't seem like a great idea. What the heck? Just punch a gas pump a couple of times, walk off, and it then starts exploding, but also spit out a couple of bat gadgets. Like, this game is a very strange mix between, not exactly realism, but like going into detail how a lot of stuff works, and like you have this map, you travel from place to place, like there's some sort of logic to it, real world logic, but then you also have Batman punching gas pumps to get power-ups. Well, Ramses, you can also break into bookshops to get clues. Like you see the get back. On the pause screen, if he brings it up here. On the right there, you can see like how many of certain things he's got, and it's clues, batteries, like Two-Face coins, and I guess the last two are like Venom and Antidote or something. And the clues help you like figure out where to go next and stuff like that, ostensibly. And there's a chain of bookstores in the city where you can break in and collect clues, which doesn't quite seem super Batman-esque. Yeah, I believe the Batman Beyond game is after this, and yeah, that game does not seem very good. But I'm not sure how bad it's going to look coming off of this, you know? I don't think it's going to be great, but I feel like this game has tempered my, you know, my will or my, to some degree, patience for bad game, even though I've had limited patience for this. But hey, we stuck with it for about 8 hours. This game is very ambitious, and it is quite rubbish. That just about sums it up. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy how huge this game is and how many different sort of ideas and stuff. But it's unusual to see. I think when I think of a game that's like hugely ambitious like that, but kind of wonky and quirky, I think of like older computer games, like 80s RPGs and Sims and whatever, and like, I mean, I guess some later games too. But games where... Oh, that's Mr. Freeze, I guess. Okay. Where the developers haven't quite figured out just something as simple as like, hey, let's streamline things. Let's simplify it for the benefit of the player, but just like that kind of more is more approach. I don't typically associate them with movie licensed games or 3D action games. So I think that's what makes this... Like, I could easily imagine a weirdly ambitious Batman game from like the late 80s that has a bunch of detective shit, and they try to do action, but the action's not really good, or what have you. From this era, I feel like it's a little different. Yeah, it is funny how like the elaborate like sort of Batman sim, the aspect of like driving around the city and finding clues, and I don't know. Like structurally, I would compare this to some extent to Dead Rising, because it has that real-time clock and you have to like find clues and figure out where to go and what to do. But obviously, the game doesn't have... Well, it's lacking a lot of things that game had, but I do think the idea of doing like a superhero game, or perhaps specifically a Batman game within that structure, I think is a awesome idea. But again, it just doesn't work. I mean, disregarding the differences in gameplay, just how Dead Rising handles its timer compared to this, it's yeah, it's night and day. But yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Frankie. Like, this is in some ways, this game does stuff that even the newest open world games don't. For better or for worse, I suppose. To whoever asked about Robin, Robin and Batgirl are in fact both playable in the game. If you go to the Batcave, you can swap which character you're playing as. And again, as an example of this game's absurd level of ambition, each of the playable characters actually have different stats and abilities. So, like, Batman is slowest, but he's the strongest. So he's the only one who can, like, break certain barriers with his fists. I guess the other characters have to use weapons. But he's the heaviest, so on some stages he will fall through certain floors that Batgirl and Robin don't fall through. And like, Batgirl is the lightest and fastest, but she has the least HP. And she drives a motorcycle instead of the car, etc. That's kind of cool. But I'm fairly sure this guy sticks with Batman for the whole playthrough, because it definitely seems from everything I've seen and heard that Batman is by far the best character. I mean, basically, he's the character that excels in combat. And the combat is already kind of tough. So yeah, if you go in there, you switch to Robin. But if you play as Robin or Batgirl, yeah, you might have a slightly easier time with certain things, but it might have a tougher time with other things, and you die way faster in combat. Like, and you die plenty fast already as Batman, so I'm assuming he's just like killing time. I don't know. guess it's time to go to Arkham. Yeah, it's like really far off. I love that. Just bumps into the gate. Just like little camera move. It's pretty cool though. Jesus, like 37 of it. So this is not even the last stage. A bunch of inmates. So yeah, I guess, yeah, this is where they are breaking out Mr. Freeze. I don't know what that scream was. Just an Arkham Asylum scream, I guess. Swimming. Bad heroes beat baddies, but Freeze flees. Alright. Bad credit card, to the best of my knowledge, does not make an appearance in the game. So now I guess he'll look at some clues or something. Which he didn't do throughout the entire stage, or entire day, whatever. Hey, no rep, what's up? Watch the movie? Okay, so now it's gonna combine. The heck? This seems to need more. Oh, okay, so you. Oh, for Christ. So you need to like mix together all this shit so you can create an antidote against her stuff. Oh boy. Much more fun than Returns. Yeah, I mean, I would say for everything you can say about Batman Returns, and it's a very enjoyable movie. It's not fun exactly. Like, it's not really I mean, I don't mean to say that it's boring. I just mean that it's not a. It's a pretty dark movie, you know. It's engaging, but it's not exactly fun. Batman and Robin, I'm sure. Whether or not you find it fun is, you know, it's a question of mindset. It's a pretty damn stupid movie, but I mean, if you're open to it, if you're in the right mindset, that can be fun. But I'm sure to some people, it's just extremely obnoxious and not fun. But I tend to lean towards the former. Alright, so where's he going now again? I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, he's supposed to go to the Blossom Street baths or whatever. Turkish baths. So this is the last stage of day 2. So this should be like the final boss showdown. So that's why you have to complete the other levels basically. Like on stage 1, the more diamonds you collect, the more the less armor Mr. Freeze will have when you fight him. And on this stage, by collecting all of those spores and whatever, the more effective your antidote will be against Poison Ivy. So that's a pretty cool, like, idea to make this game a little more open. Like, that's one of the things that I find interesting about this game, that it's not. It's interesting, even if it's frustrating when you try to figure the game out, that it's not so clear cut in terms of having a win state and a failure state. You can fail a lot of stuff but still make it to the boss or make it to the end. But what you're losing by failing that is something that will give you a disadvantage at the end of the stage or something. Freeze is the final boss. Like, Freeze is the boss of day 1, and Ivy is the boss of day 2, or Ivy and Bane, I guess. And then on day 3, you fight, I guess Ivy probably shows up, I forget. But you fight Freeze at the observatory. But it's possible that Ivy doesn't show up after this, because this is where they defeat her in the movie, right? She gets like eaten by her Venus trap plant or whatever. I forget if she ever shows up after that, but I don't think so. So I mean, obviously this game adds a bunch of other shit, but it is pretty faithful. The structure and the scenes like sort of map against the movie. Probably, yeah. I mean, I don't know if she died, but I meant she does get eaten at least, or at least a big plant. Yeah, this big thing wraps its petals around her or whatever. It is kind of cool when you see some of these things. Like, hey, this is like actually right out of the movie. Like this room where they fight. This fucking music. So I guess like the henchman on stage on the freeze boss on day 1. I guess from this one you have to kill 50 zombies before Ivy shows up. Playing pretty gutsy, not refilling his health. Ramses, you don't know the half of it. This is a very, very tedious game. Okay, are we going back to that? Okay, well, let's keep skipping ahead. And that this video also doesn't really show off the depth of the combat system. Like, there's a huge moveset of different combos that are really weird and awkward to do. And you don't really ever want to do them because they're not a benefit at all. But when you enter fight mode, each of the face buttons does correspond to a different attack. And you sort of can string some of them together. It's like they try to put sort of a Tekken system into it. Much like the Batman Forever game had kind of a Mortal Kombat-based combat system that was way too complicated for its own good. This is kind of doing the same thing, but with like Tekken strings. Oh, there we go. See, she even has a different outfit. That's pretty cool. Let's see how he deals with these guys. Vine slicing missile. She has a lot more health now, it seems. That pretty much killed her last time. Some of the weapons definitely hurt you. I'm not sure about the gas, but any like explosive weapons will hurt yourself. Bane just run off? No, he's still stuck in a corner somewhere. Okay, yeah, okay, so he didn't have that stuff activated for whatever reason. This, yeah, he should, yeah, do a hell of a lot more damage now. Okay, I guess he defeated them. Alright, here's the cutscene, end of day 2. She's back in her old costume. But hey, she got swallowed by the thing. Exactly like the movie. Well, sort of. Well, there is swimming. Oh, hello. Mr. Freeze just pops up. I guess that's, yeah. Let's see here. Moving on to day 3. That is another an hour 40. Mr. Freeze's back is going to great technological heights to succeed. Last night, last chance. So this, again, I do think this is super cool that on this stage, if you, it's a little hard to see at this point, but you'll notice that Batman is using his new and improved silver action figure costume. Yeah, look at that. So the same is true, I'm sure, for Robin and Batgirl too, but I haven't made it that far with them, so I haven't got the chance to see how they look different. So I forget in the movie if it's like they have, if they're supposed to be some sort of extra cold resistant suits or something. I'm sure there's an explanation for it, but it's basically just another Batsuit design so they can sell more toys or whatever. And instead of the Batmobile, Batman drives this Bat Skate thing. I don't know, I'm sure it has a name. Because Freeze has already started enacting his grand plan of freezing the whole world or something. I don't know. At the very least, Gotham is all frosty. That's kind of a cool touch. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing, but... So this is pretty cool. I mean, it's... it is kind of neat how the game actually does keep introducing new stuff. It could easily have just been an ambitious concept that is what it is, and then just extends a little too long based on that. But this game actually does keep introducing stuff, even if, I don't know, you could wish that some of the stuff that's in there, like they could reduce the amount of stuff and make sure that what's in there is more polished and functional and well communicated. But hey, at the same time, the game is what it is, and I'd rather the third stage look like this than just exactly the same as stage 1 and 2. It's a cool thing. Anyway, I guess he goes. Oh yeah, this is kind of confusing. But he goes to the ice rink, which is, I guess, kind of a optional thing. And then you have to like make a big F by walking on the ice. To trigger the the secret entrance, or Batman just melts through the ice, or I don't give a shit. So this is apparently basically a bonus stage. You just get to collect a bunch of shit. Boost, power-ups, whatever. Well, he just walks around and collects a bunch of shit. Then it's back to the museum, which is, again, all covered in ice. Hope you guys like alarms. Now you're fighting hockey men. So this is like actually like the opening scene of the movie. Boy. How do you increase your stats in this game? I have no idea. I know you can pick up some things that say like your stats are temporarily increased. Like a green bat or something that will increase your green stat, whatever that is. But I'm not sure if playing through the game actually builds them up. I mean, the characters have different stats, so it... Okay, never, I was gonna say, so maybe that's the thing, that it's there to show them the relative difference, but no, I guess you do build them up. I don't know, the game has never told me, but it might be connected to collecting certain types of items or something. Fucking alarms. What are you waking up? I'm not sure why the game goes back to the museum. But hey, they sure stretch a bit more gameplay out of it. Woke up by the alarm. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, it goes on forever and forever. Did he show up here, or was it? Yeah, it's funny how you have all these voice clips in the menu, but then in the game, nothing really. Ivy at least has the laugh that you can tell is Uma Thurman. I guess Arnold's grunts when you punch him do sound like Arnold. But the heroes, weirdly enough, have no like voice clips or anything. Anyway, keeps driving. Collect a clue. Going to whatever that is. Oh, you do? Ugh. Yeah, there's like 6 burglaries or some shit. It's like... Oh, let's jump ahead a little bit. Whoa. Wait. Bat Skiff? Oh shit, he's playing as Robin. Oh, I just realized it does. It says. Wait, hang on. Yeah, Bat Hammer. Let's check this out. So for whatever reason, I'm sure there's a strategic reason for it, but he switches to Robin. So I guess we get to see what he looks like a little bit. So yeah, this is the new and improved Silver Robin. Greater leanness and agility. Sure, whatever that means. I forget. I guess Robin is also on a bike on stage 1 and 2, but now he's in this little bat skiff. I don't remember if that's in the movie, to be honest. I mean, it would be like one scene. It was, yeah, okay. They really want to sell those toys. Yep. Okay. Glitterati, Jesus Christ. This fucking place. I hate it. So we went there on stage 1 too. And it's just a big labyrinth like every other stage. So I guess stage 3 is also about getting diamonds or preventing Mr. Freeze from getting diamonds. No, right. Oh. You see those things? I forgot. Because stage 3 is all about collecting those components. Well, pauses again. So on the bottom right there, those were the antidotes things on the stage 2, and I guess it's the diamonds on stage 1. So here, that's the thing about like having to collect stuff. That there's something that you need to collect on the stage, otherwise you can't beat the stage. But exactly how or why that manifests, I don't know. But I think it's something to do with being able to defeat Freeze in the final like observatory showdown. Well, it's simple enough. Maybe Robin jumps higher or something. Maybe there's something due to the platforming needed for this stage that makes Robin more ideal than Batman. Who knows? Very brown air ducts. All the rooms very brown. Or very beige. I don't know. Okay, somehow we got the other diamond, I think. Oh, hey, it's Frosty. Fights in this game sure are exciting, huh? Alright, well, yeah, it must have been some reason to play Robin at that stage, because now we're back to Batman. Snowy cones. So I guess this is where Freeze's lab is. Fucking hockey man. Why it's in the game actually just like in the movie. I mean, that's not entirely inaccurate. Robin should marry Tails and might share connection between sidekicks everyone hates. People don't hate Robin. Or Tails, really. I mean, as far as Sonic characters go, there's characters you can hate a lot more than Tails, I feel. On forever and ever. I love that she's like painted onto the back of that thing, like quite obviously. It doesn't really look like she's a person in that thing, but even kind of has Clooney's dead stare. Okay. Batcave. Yeah, there's like shield components. Yeah, so this is the necessary stuff before the final showdown. Observatory. Yep. It's time for the showdown. Oh. Gonna drive there, of course. I just fight Mr. Freeze in the graveyard. Okay. Ugh. Ninja Hapu, what's up? Thanks for that bit. Yeah, here's that big telescope that I guess is transformed into a giant cannon. Look at this fucking stage. Does that look... Oh, dear God. And yep, there's the card. Polar assault missile. Like, what are the odds that I would have gathered all those shit? And like, he's got full energy and everything. Alright, he gets beamed up. And thank you for those additional bits. Oh boy, I'm getting like slightly nauseous just watching this. Camera. Yeah, we're almost done here. Oh, it's so stupid. Fucking jet boots. I don't know, they make me laugh. Crying. So yeah, I saw this before too. Like, a lot of this stuff towards the end, so you actually really use the gadgets a lot. So I don't know if that took a lot of trial and error figuring out when and where to use them a lot. Yeah, I don't know, Raccoon. That's another one of those very video gamey things in this game that don't really make any sense. Like, within the presentation of the game. I guess Batman's abilities are back to normal. I don't know. Maybe there was a temporary thing that they were all maxed out before. Alright, let's skip ahead a little bit. Alright, so here we are in the main observatory room. So we saw Bane there a second ago. I guess you have to kill some dudes and then Bane show up so you defeat him. Yep, this game is all one life. Alright, punch Bane a few times. Activate arm shield and knuckle dot. So I guess this like drains energy. Yeah, I can see the blue bar beneath his life bar is like slowly draining. That's as he's got the shield equipped, but it does reduce damage you take significantly. The knuckle duster, I don't know if it takes energy when you attack or something. Otherwise, I don't know why you would just always use it, but it seems to double damage output. Okay, what's... Oh, okay. Get him. Okay. Now what? Oh, okay. Yeah, what is going on here? Dude, I like your guess is as good as mine. He's defeating dudes so that Mr. Freeze will spawn. If I had to guess. Oh, that beep is coming from. Were there any fluid 3D beat 'em ups on PlayStation? Yeah, I'm sure. Probably not many, and I would say anything that played well probably played very simple. There's that game that I know Macaw streamed a couple of times, Crisis Beat, I think it's called. Which is like a fairly simple beat 'em up. But it uses 3D graphics, and it actually seemed to be paced kind of like a 2D games, and not so much slower like many 3D games. Otherwise, yeah, mostly games where you can run around and fight. Like at that point, they would usually have pretty convoluted control schemes and stuff. Okay, so let's shoot some missiles. Just freeze, I guess. But yeah, like, I'm just remembering the first freeze fight and getting shot with the stupid gun. Ugh. But yeah, I don't know, the Dragon Valor, can't say I'm familiar. Like, I think it depends on like how much the 3D. Okay, I think he defeated Mr. Freeze. I think that was it. Maybe he beat the game. Yep, I guess so. Here's the ending. Melting off that much ice seems like it would create a flooding problem, but what do I know? Footstep sounds. Yeah, except Alfred, I guess, is like completely cut out of this game. I've got fucking weird ass English how to draw manga faces. But here we go. If they can compete with who has the most English sounding name. I don't know. Arachnid Animator. Big Kev. 3D video game. Tony Coates. 3D video game mapper. Shoutouts Tim Fallen. Good capture actors, yep. It's hard to imagine there being motion capture given how the animation looks in the game. But the stuff wasn't very sophisticated at that time, so. Oof. Finally over. Looking forward, huh? Thank you very much for those bits. So I do want to mention real quick. So this game was developed by Probe, and they had done previous to this, Die Hard trilogy, and there's a pretty cool video series on YouTube of basically a guy who was working at Probe at the time who just had a camcorder and would record a bunch of video, and he edited it together and like put the tapes in his attic or whatever and like found them 20 years later. And when he did, he was like, oh shit, this stuff's pretty cool. And he just put it up on YouTube. So if you search for like Die Hard trilogy making of or behind the scenes or whatever, you can find them. It's like just over an hour, I think. And there's one part, like a segment of that video where they do the mocap recording, and it's pretty interesting to look at, like how it works and everything. Ram says, I will not be playing the game Batman and Robin because I already have. That was the previous game. We beat that before we played this one. But honestly, that game was way more fun than the PlayStation one. It was a lot easier, at least. Yeah, if you go to the spreadsheet there, that in the link, you can see previous games, upcoming games. I'm a little behind on linking VODs, but for the most part, you can just click a link right there. And I've also put a bunch of them on YouTube in addition to Twitch. So if you want to watch any of the previous games I played, just click the VOD links or the YT links for YouTube and check it out. Well, let's shut this shit down. Well, this game has been very, very interesting. I can't say I like the game very much, but I can definitely see some hints at not greatness exactly, but good ideas that failed to materialize in a satisfying way, I guess was the diplomatic way of putting it. Now, let's get some jams here. Let's do this one. And let's do the traditional updating of the spreadsheet. So, Batman and Robin on the PlayStation. Final update here. Gave up using guides, saves, or whatever. Actually, let me put it like this. Fuck it, that's fine. No, final time until giving up was 8:06:13. And if we're gonna put gave up as the official status, that puts us in the red pile. Wait, that's not the right color. However, coming up will be the first of a whole bunch of Ubisoft published games. And the first game based on Batman Beyond. It's gonna be Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, or Batman of the Future if you're in Europe. And we'll be playing this on the PlayStation. There's an N64 version as well. And yeah, I'll take another short break as we set up for that. So let's hop on over here to this scene. And let me do this. And yeah, it's going to be game number 30. We're actually not too far off from the halfway point, which is pretty cool. So let's do that. And I will be back in a little moment with Batman of the Future, or Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. See you shortly.